25 years ago, a 26-year-old man approached an investor with what seemed like an impossible dream. Standing in someone's office, this young entrepreneur declared, "Dave, I want you to invest in my company. I'm going to start a bookstore in my garage, put it online, and someday I'm going to be the richest man in the world. I'll do over $100 billion. Jeff faced a choice that haunts many of us, the safe path or the unknown. After much consideration, he chose the less safe path. Why? Because he realized something crucial. He didn't think he'd regret trying and failing, but he suspected he would always be haunted by the decision not to try at all. This wasn't Jeff's first rodeo with creation. As a young boy, he had been a garage inventor, the kind of kid who saw problems as puzzles waiting to be solved. He went to his boss and said, "I'm going to start a company selling books on the internet." His boss, wise and caring, took him on a long walk through Central Park. After listening carefully, he offered this profound wisdom. "That sounds like a really good idea, but it would be an even better idea for someone who didn't already have a good job." Then came the words that would change everything. You can have a job, or you can have a career, or you can have a calling. And if you can somehow figure out how to have a calling, you have hit the jackpot, because that's the big deal. But that young man wasn't Jeff Bezos asking for validation. He was Jeff Bezos stating his truth. Before Amazon, Jeff Bezos was working at a prestigious financial firm in New York City, surrounded by brilliant minds, with a boss he deeply admired. He had what most would consider the perfect job: security, prestige, a clear path forward. But something was stirring inside him. He invented an automatic gate closer out of cement-filled tires. He built a solar cooker from an umbrella and aluminum foil baking pans. It didn't work very well, but that didn't stop him. He created alarms to entrap his siblings, much to their dismay. He'd always wanted to be an inventor. The garage wasn't just where Amazon started. It was where Jeff's inventive spirit had always lived. But here's what separated Jeff from that investor who laughed at him, and from most of us when we hear impossible dreams. While others were scoffing and jesting, Jeff was already applauding himself, believing he was going the right way at the perfect time. He understood something profound. Slow is smooth, and smooth is fast. This military phrase became his philosophy. He knew that steady, deliberate progress, not rushed, not panicked, but purposeful, was the key to making real progress in any endeavor. But what truly set Jeff apart wasn't his intelligence, his timing, or even his vision. It was his understanding of a fundamental truth about human nature. You get certain gifts in life, and you want to take advantage of those. But you can't really be proud of your gifts because they were given to you. You can be grateful for them, thankful for them, but your choices, you choose to work hard, you choose to do hard things. Those are choices you can be proud of. Think about this. You might be tall, or brilliant at math, or extraordinarily beautiful. These are gifts. But choosing to practice that math, choosing to take it to the next step, despite the challenge and sweat, that's a choice. Jeff understood that we all get to choose our life stories. And it's the choices that define us, not our gifts. He faced the ultimate choice we all face. You can choose a life of ease and comfort, or you can choose a life of service and adventure. Which did Jeff choose? Which would you choose? Jeff Bezos didn't just build Amazon, he authored his life from scratch, guided by a series of powerful questions. Questions we should all ask ourselves. Will inertia be your guide? Or will you follow your passions? Will you follow dogma? Or will you be original? Will you wilt under criticism? Or will you follow your convictions? Will you guard your heart against rejection? Or will you act when you fall in love? Will you play it safe? Or will you be a little swashbuckling? When it's tough, will you give up? Or will you be relentless? Will you be a cynic? Or will you be a builder? Will you be clever at the expense of others? Or will you be kind? Jeff chose adventure. Jeff chose to be original. Jeff chose to be relentless. Jeff chose to be a builder. And every time he figured out a way to provide tools and services that empowered other people to deploy their creativity, he was really on to something. That 26-year-old who declared he'd become the richest man in the world, he did it. Not because he knew it would happen, he didn't, and neither did anyone else. He did it because while others were laughing, he was working. While others were playing it safe, he was taking the leap. As Jeff himself said, "You're very lucky if you have a career. A lot of people end up with just a job. If you don't love your work, you're never going to be great at it." The question isn't whether you have gifts, we all do. The question is, how will you use those gifts? Will you take pride in what you were given? Or will you take pride in what you choose to do? Your life, the life you author from scratch, begins with that choice. Make it count. If this story inspired you to think bigger about your own dreams, smash that like button right now. And listen, I've got tons more content about the mindsets and strategies of the world's most successful people. So hit subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss a video that could change your life. Drop a comment below and tell me, what's your garage dream? What impossible goal are people laughing at you for right now? I read every single comment, and who knows, your story might be featured in a future video. And if you want to see how other billionaires built their empires from nothing, and where I break down the Elon Musk story that will absolutely blow your mind, I'll see you in the next one.